Good morning, guys and girls. It's me again. I thought it was about time I got on to record another video. There's a lot going on the last couple of weeks with me. So, for an update for anybody that has been listening to my other videos, I did meet with the elders regarding coming off of the Pioneer list. And it was such an easy meeting, probably no more than 10 minutes. They just said to me that I would have to wait 6 months, that they still loved me, and that if I wanted to, I could still have the Pioneer spirit and still auxiliary Pioneer when the circuit overseer visited, and that everyone would know that I was okay. So clearly at that time, they had no idea there were any other warning signs that I was waking up and critically thinking about the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses. So just a few days after that, I received a phone call that I was approved for an apartment. Of course, the landlady wanted to speak to the person to whom I pay rent currently, which is my mom. So that started to send up red flags. So they wanted to know why I was getting an apartment and assumed it was because of a secret relationship. So the following day after I got the apartment or was approved for the apartment, I don't move until August 20th. The following day, my dad sits me down and says, "We need to hear what's going on. What is the story? You need to tell us." And I told him that I didn't think they really wanted to hear the story, that it was probably a lot more than they were just thinking it was. And he said, "Well, tell us." So I told them everything. Told them about the last 3.5 months of the research and reading that I've been doing, all of the doubts and questions that I have, and discomfort that I have with the lies and inaccuracies and mismanaging of funds and hypocrisy with the neutrality issue, and so many things that had been bothering me over the last few months, that I no longer wanted to identify as a Jehovah's Witness. And Mom panicked. She reached out to probably 3 or 4 elders with her concerns about me and wanting to rescue and save me. She spent 4 hours that night. I recorded the last hour of it. And another hour the following day pleading with me to stop listening to apostate teachings and to do more personal study in the Watchtower articles to help me understand the scriptures better, more accurately again. And I told her that I have been praying and I have been studying with the use of my Bible and with several Watchtower and Awake articles that help to solidify how I'm feeling, because they're direct facts that I could show her, and she didn't want to see it. She didn't want to hear it. My dad kind of remained silent. A few times throughout the conversation, he said that there were times over the years that he had his doubts and questions, but he had to wait and be patient and let Jehovah clear up matters. So, the elders have sent me several text messages asking to meet with me, which I've been able to avoid so far over the last couple of days. And Tuesday night was the first time I missed a meeting in years, for no other reason except that I didn't want to go. And so I got love bombed via text by 3 non-family members, and then my older sister and my younger sister, who I remind you, was recently reproved about, I'd say, 2 or 3 months ago. And just recently got her privileges of commenting back a week ago. So now, this younger sister, who was always the family's kind of black sheep, and always had kind of like a very volatile relationship with me. Never very close. She decided that we have to make amends to our relationship, and I'm going through a hard time, and she's here for me if I need to talk. And I told her that I don't need saving. I just basically told her that I'm having questions and doubts and a lot of different things that I'm thinking about, and I didn't want to be specific with her because I don't want to impose that on anybody else. It's my process and my issue, and it doesn't need to be shared with anybody. So I know just from past experience with corresponding with her, she's just trying to collect information so she can share it with somebody else. She's trying to use whatever she can get from me for her arsenal to talk to other people about me and how much better she is than me now. That's how our relationship has always been, and I don't expect it to change overnight. But my mom is very worried, and I understand from the perspective of somebody who is in love with the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses. She's afraid for my life. And 3 weeks feels like a really long time to have to endure this. When I go home after work now, since I'm still living with my parents, we sit in silence. It's absolute, utter crickets in my house. My dad is giving me the silent treatment. If I say goodnight, I love you to my mom, she says, I love you more than you love me. So I've decided not to give her that power, and I stopped saying it, even though I do still love her. And I spoke with Jimmy a few nights ago, Jimmy Bell, who gave me some wise advice to try to play the lost sheep or the hurt sheep that's confused. And so maybe, this Sunday and next Tuesday, I go to the meeting and arrive just in time for the song and leave right after the last prayer so that I don't get corralled or cornered by the elders. And they still see me there, and they see me kind of struggling. So, I don't know. I know many of you are probably going through the same thing or have gone through it. And I'm trying to keep a sound mind and keep close to Jehovah through prayer and feel Jesus' love and grace and compassion. And they know our hearts. So just know that whoever listens to this video, we're not alone, and we do have the same privileges that Jehovah's Witnesses have to be loved and cared for and shown mercy by Jehovah and Jesus. It's not a requirement to be a Jehovah's Witness to receive that love. Ask any Christian you know. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have prepared a disassociation letter in the event that I'm cornered or forced to meet with the elders. I don't want to give them the upper hand in my situation and have 3 against 1 and have to answer questions and have them come to judgment in my situation. So I'm going to let them see how clear I am on where I stand. I may share that one of these days. Let me know if you're interested. I know it's helpful. It was helpful to me, and I did grab little excerpts from other people's disassociation letters and other articles that I read on different websites. So I'd be happy to share mine with you. Sharing is caring, and pay it forward, whatever you want to think about. But just know that I'm here for you, and I appreciate all the support and love that I'm getting from the other members of the community. And I also want to shout out to Lloyd Evans, the John Cedars channel. The video that he put out about marking yesterday was perfect timing. I needed that. It's very helpful to know how hypocritical the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses is, and how they say that they show love and mercy, but they outwardly and openly chastise people in the public places, like the Pharisees did. And Allie's big toe, stay strong, my friend. I love you, and I'm so proud of you and the firm, confident stand that you took as a Christian when confronted by not 3 but 4 elders. I can't even imagine. You are so strong, and I admire you. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you are helping so many people. So congratulations on your freedom. Even though their thinking and their conclusions are twisted and unfounded, I still think that you came off victorious, because they couldn't contest anything that you said. They just said that you made this decision, and they kept going back to the same words, the same kind of programmed notes that they had written down that they were going to say, and nothing more. They weren't going to even engage or indulge any other thought process. But you were prepared, and you were confident. You used the scriptures, and I hope that I can have the same strength and power that you had if and when my time comes. And again, thanks to Jimmy Bell for the nice conversation we had regarding my situation and being a brother in time of need. So I hope the rest of you have a great day. I'm off to work. Hopefully that will kind of get my mind off of the things that I'm dealing with. And I will talk to you all soon. Take care.